When I asked LCs about driving conditions for my trip down to Yeovilton, he said, check my calendar, gonna rain all summer. He's such a pessimist, and it's not the sort of talk I'll tolerate here. Come rain or shine, Monday matters on Gary's Stuff. Hello there, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. So, indeed, today is Monday Matters. As usual, I'll be having a look at some of the news of the model making world. I will be bringing up an update on what I've been up to on my bench, and of course, I'll be announcing this week's kit of the week. All of these things come as chapters. You can hop backwards and forwards as your heart desires. Whatever you see, if you do enjoy it, please do give it the imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, and be notified of all my future videos as they are published. And of course, if you want to offer a bit more concrete support, you can do that through Super Thanks, by becoming a channel member, or by going through any of my online affiliate programs. Now, before we get a move on, as I mentioned, I'm going down to Yeovilton. I've got something to do down that way, so I thought, stop off at the Fleet Air Arm Museum. Why not? Seaplanes my dad was involved in his service, and loads and loads and loads of other things I've been making, things I'm planning to make. It's great just to see some of the stuff close up. So if you're going down vaguely in the southwest at any time, please do consider dropping off at Yeovilton to have a nose around. It's a really, really good museum. It's really nicely presented. Kids will love it. They've got a Concorde. The kids are going to love it because they've got a Concorde. There's a little place you can sit outside and watch the comings and goings on the airfield. It's a nice, fun place to be. So do please check it out. What else has happened? Well, this week, of course, my Bond bug arrived that I had pre-ordered. Took a little time to arrive, which is slightly annoying, which is why my box opening video wasn't available on the day it actually arrived for most people. I know. What can you do? But while I was starting to actually make the thing, I noticed that there's a problem with one of the parts, and it's part 32, which is the back of the body shell. If you've got like the wedge-shaped body shell, it's the slab at the back. It should have two like shelves, or a bottom one that's like a floor that I guess that the fuel tank sits on, and then like a top shelf, and that sort of defines the boot area. But also, that part has like a little raised horns at the edges of the apex where it goes up, and that helps hold the rear glass in place. Okay, my one doesn't have the top deck, the top shelf, and it doesn't have these two pointy bits on the side. So first thought was, it's a short shot. You know, it happens. Should have been picked up by quality control, but whatever. It does happen from time to time. So yes, the build video is going to be delayed by few weeks probably at the least. Can't be helped. What can you do? But then I mentioned this on Facebook, and a few other people have been coming up and they've noticed exactly the same thing. And someone also posted pictures of the pristine part as it should be, because they've seen an original that was being sold, and you can see the part hasn't been molded correctly. Oddly, a couple of pictures I saw of people saying, yeah, my part 32 isn't right either. When you can see them clearly, they look absolutely identical to my part, not just the same errors, but actually identical. So I'm beginning to wonder if it's actually an issue with the tool rather than with a bit of short shot in the production. So, huge favor to ask you, if you've got the new Bond bug delivered and you're not keeping it pristine for future generations or whatever, as an investment, whatever. I understand people do that, that's cool. But if you have got one and you are intending to build it at some point, could you please just open up the plastic bag it's in, look for part 32, and let me know whether or not it has the same deformation, the same lack of a top shelf, and the same lack of the top, like little horn bits at the top of the apex of the wedge, if you like, to hold the window in. Let me know, because I suspect it might be a tool error, in which case FX really need to know that pretty quickly, and also have to figure out how they're going to compensate the people who have bought the most pre-ordered kit in their history, apparently. So let me know if could be a batch problem, it could be a tool problem, it could just be random undershots not getting picked up by quality control. Need some data to help Airfix find out which and to figure out what to do about it. Okay, so please let me know. Either leave me a comment in the below the information box here, comment on this video, or if you're on Facebook, check it out on Gary's Friends Stuff. There's a group on there. If you're not yet a member, join in. There's 296 as of this morning, hoping it'll pass 300 this week. Other members who just love chatting about making kits. They're a good bunch, and they're a very helpful bunch. You do have a problem or question, no matter how, don't think it's you're being very basic. Oh, it's a real beginner's question. Everyone's been a beginner. Everyone on that group has been a beginner. Everyone remembers being a beginner, and everyone is really helpful, and they're polite and they're respectful. So please do check it out. If you're on Facebook, check out the group and come and join us. It's fun, honest. The other point in the Facebook group actually is you can also leave pictures if you're doing the Equinox group build with us this next month. It's about 4 weeks to go, maybe. Already seeing some pictures of some this is what I'm going to build kits. Do you know what? I'm very jealous of some of the kits that people are building. My shot of my HMS Devonshire with all the photo etch and all that is there. As a reminder, it's for kits where the tooling was first made in 1973 or earlier. Doesn't matter if things have been reproduced again later, like vintage classic kits. Doesn't matter if they've got new decals, because vintage classics come with new decals, which really brightens them up. But also, there's people like myself who are taking these old kits and then we're really pimping them up with photo etch and resin and all that. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to make the best original kit you can, that is cool too. I want to see both. I want to see, in fact, the whole spectrum, each end and everything in between. So please leave your pictures up on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, then I'm going to create, I'll do it this week actually, I'll create an email address and I'll share that next week on Monday Matters. You'll be able to send pictures to me and you can let me know if you're happy or not for the pictures to go up on Facebook on your behalf. Okay, so I'm just curating a gallery of these things. People are sending them up and I can just add, say in the comments on your photo, this kit is being made by, and then your name, if you want. If you don't want to do that, cool too. Just send me the pictures to let me know, show me what you're doing. Whichever is fine with me. Okay, that's enough for the news of the week. Let's crack on with the real news of the week out there in the big world of model making. The summer Lidl offer starts this Thursday, 27th of July. I'm told it's the same offer as at Christmas. So the Spitfire, Hurricane, BF109, Zero, the Yellowjacks Gnat, Sherman Firefly, Tiger, and the Cutty Sark. Now I know many of you would have built all of these before, but at £7 they can be a great start for any young modeller of your acquaintance, especially with the weather this school break looking a bit bleak. Or they also make very nice paint mules to try out new techniques. Platts is releasing a 1/144th scale kit of the F-18 Hornet in the colours of the Blue Angels display team. And yes, they do supply decals for all 6 aircraft, so you could go crazy and recreate the whole team in action. Also making a reappearance in 1/144th scale is this Nakajima G10 Super Heavy Bomber Kit from Fujimi. Rocking along with 6 engines with contra-rotating props, this makes an impressive kit for the scale with a finished wingspan of 45 centimeters or 18 inches. IBG has this latest update to the line of Focke-Wulf 190 fighters in 1/72nd scale it launched just last year. This one is the Dora 9 Yabo rocket-firing aircraft. IBG has also released sets of air-to-air and air-to-ground rockets in resin in the same scale. Copper State Models has released a couple of updates to their phenomenal 1/32nd scale Caudron G3. These are for Italian service and the later Royal Naval Air Service use with the Anzani engine. There's also going to be a US trainer version soon. Just think of all that rigging. Copper State has also released a new 1/35th scale kit of the Gruson Fahrpanzer, a turreted 5.3cm gun on a horse-drawn carriage. It's a nicely detailed kit and comes with Copper State's usual beautiful presentation, including the facsimile cover for the instructions. Bringing us bang up to date, ICM is about to release their very impressive Kozak 2 kit. It's in 1/35th scale and full of interior detail. I've got one due to come to me next month, so do look out for a build of it in the future. On to the waves, and Pontos has this astonishing 1/350th scale model of USS Essex, the Wasp-class assault ship carrying F-35Bs and a mix of helicopters. This kit comes with 44 frames of plastic, 161 pieces of brass, 14 sheets of photo etch, and 214 3D resin parts. All of this makes the kit 73 centimeters, or about 29 inches long. Headed towards the other end of the scale, Hobby Boss has used impeccable timing to announce a new model of the SS Titanic, this one in 1/700th scale. And finally, this week's entry on the Weirdometer of news is this 1/35th scale set of a Tyrannosaurus Rex in a zoo. This surprisingly docile apex predator includes 2 juvenile T-Rexes, 3 zookeepers, 2 researchers, and a dressed side of beef. Bit like a cuddly Jurassic Park then. On my bench this week, I have had the Kyushu Shinden in 1/48 scale from Hasegawa. What a lovely kit it was to make. The experience of making the kit was very good because I used absolutely no filler anywhere on that kit. The fit was just superb. I can't tell you, it was so good. The kit itself is very nice to make. There's not that many parts, and it makes a very beautiful looking plane. I mean, it's a real eye catcher. The only thing about it was that it has raised panel lines, and I'm not into doing the rescribing stuff. Maybe I'll learn one day to do that, but it's just not me at the moment. I did use some pre-shading on the paints, and that seemed to sort of help counter that effect as well. So that was cool. It's a lovely build. Do check out the videos. There's the box opening of the Hasegawa kit. There's a history of the Shinden, and of course a look at the other kits available. And of course there's the build video where I put the whole thing together and paint the pilot figure as well. Pilot figure is really useful in this because it shows just how enormous the Shinden was, how tall it was off the ground. Absolutely incredible. Of course, also I've done the box opening for the Bond Bug. Sadly, not the build video. Had I had the right parts, I'd have done the build video too, but I didn't, so there we go. But the box opening's on there. You can check out what the kit comes with. I'm actually really happy with that video. I think it's one of the best ones I've made. I had a lot of fun doing it, so do check it out if you haven't done so already. All of which leads me to this week's kit of the week. And this week's kit of the week is the North American B-25 Mitchell Mark II in RAF colours, and it's in 1/72nd scale, and it's made by Airfix. Now, this kit was very kindly donated to the channel by Joe Olmo. So, Joe, thanks very much, mate. I will be building it as is in the box, but I will be painting it slightly differently. I'll be doing it as a D-Day aircraft because I'll be doing it for my contribution to the D-Day group build being run by James Skiffins of the Model Officers Mess. Again, if you're on Facebook, check them out, join in. Another group build to do. You've got like until June of next year to do it as well, so you've got tons of time. So I'll be doing mine. I'm going to be doing a bit more weathering on this, a bit more chipping maybe. Just make it look like a well-used aircraft, which they were. Very heavily used when we were over here. So there's going to be a box opening. There's going to be the build video later in the week. Now, I'm not sure if there's going to be a history video, only because I've got a lot of other stuff in production at the moment, not least of which I have got another airbrush to review from GAAHLERI. They're top of the line, currently the top of the line, the Ace range one. I'll be doing a review of paints. There's some paints I want to review from ICM. There's a really cheap site I found for getting all those little bits and pieces of tools that you can use in model making. And there's going to be some surprise content as well. So lots to come this week and spilling into next week. So I'm not sure I'm going to have time for the history video. I'll see. If I can, I'll do it. If I can't, I'm sorry, but there we go. I mean, B25 isn't that much of a stranger to most of you, I'll be honest. Okay, so that's what's coming up. If you don't want to miss it, how are you going to make sure you don't? You're going to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, of course, and then you'll be notified of every new video I do as it is published. And of course, if you like anything at all, please, imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Take very good care and goodbye.